What's going on, guys? And for those that are brand new to my page, my name is Jake Parton. 10 years ago, I was lost in the sauce, literally living in a 2-bedroom apartment, sleeping on a yoga mat, struggling, addicted to drugs, drinking, hated being on my own. I was depressed, anxious, lonely, not in a healthy body. And now, we're actually filming this video from my back garden, being able to build a multiple 6-figure business, still building it to this day. Married, 2 kids, healthiest I've ever been. And it's all because of what I'm going to be talking about in this video. And I truly believe that anyone watching this video genuinely can apply what I'm going to be talking about in this video. It's going to be like a 4-step process that I've used and still use to this very, very day. And like I said, if you apply it, I'm telling you guys, like, life doesn't have to be as hard as a lot of you are making it. When you truly grasp what I'm going to talk about in today's video, you're going to be like, what have I been doing? Why have I been making things harder than they need to be? I actually apply these 4 fundamental steps in every area of my life: relationships, health and fitness, and making money, and faith as well. Okay, so the person you see today, it's not that I'm great. Okay, what I've done is I've taken information and I've actually managed to use this information to become great by following the right steps and listening to the right people, which I'm going to talk about. But let's just say, hypothetically, for this video, that your goal, obviously you need to decide what success is for you. Okay, so success. Earl Nightingale from The Stranger's Secret defines success as a worthy goal. Okay, it's the progressive realization of a worthy goal. Basically, it's a moving target. It's something we're working towards. Now, I would think about what goal would change your life the most right now. You see, when I was working my 9 to 5, I was coming home and working 5 to 9 to then make my 9 to 5 optional, because I knew that if I changed my financial situation, it would free up so much time so I could focus on other areas of my life. Was I still focused on my relationship? Yes. Was I still focused on building a good body? Yes. You don't have to sacrifice other areas of your life. But what I will say is that right now there does have to be one particular goal, I'm just talking for this video, that you want to say, do you know what? Let's just, for this particular video, for this moment right now, let me choose a goal. Now, let's say, for instance, your goal, hypothetically, like I've just said, is 10,000 per month in income. Let's say that's the goal for today's video. This is the goal. Now, where you are, let's say you're already at this, maybe at a 0. Okay, doesn't matter, the principles stay the same. But let's say you've never earned this before. That's great, don't worry, I've got your back. It's not as hard as you think. The process, the mentality, the strategy, it's not hard. It's very, very simple. Okay, it's not easy either, but it's very, very simple. Let me explain. So the first step that I personally use, if I set a goal, this is what I did. This was actually my goal 10 years ago. So this is my goal. Well, the first step is, number 1, who do you listen to? You see, when I was earning £2,500 a month, I wasn't around anyone, not one person that was earning that money, not one. Mom, dad, friends, colleagues, guys, no one. No one. I was following maybe a few people on social media that was earning this, right? But they weren't even teaching or anything. So guys, it was no one. So who do you listen to? No one. So who are you listening to right now? If your goal is to make 10,000 a month, you need to understand that if someone's not making that, they can't help you. They may give you good advice. They may have the best intention. They may be making a little bit more money. That's great. But if your goal is 10,000 a month, You want to go to someone. This may sound like absolute common sense, but guys, you'll be amazed at how many people miss this from the get-go. I see it all the time, people talking amongst themselves, this idea, that idea. I'm like, what is going on? Who is even qualified to talk about this subject? The people that are earning 10,000 a month and above. Okay, so who do you listen to? Just because you decide to listen to someone doesn't mean that that person is better than you. You see, when I met my mentor, I'm like, okay, he's a normal person. I got to know him, got to know his past. Okay, perfect. If he can do it, I can do it. Hey, bro, real quick, this is my goal. See how smart this is already? This is my goal. What did you do to get there? And now, this is like, I know this could be like, oh, wow, this is like common sense. Yeah, but common sense is the least common of all senses. I've actually talked about this subject in rooms full of people, hundreds of people. And then literally the following month, I'm seeing them with my own eyes. Listen to people who aren't listening to people. You see, I'm not going to follow you if you don't have a mentor. I want to know who you're listening to. If you're not on this, you ain't being pulled up by anyone. There's a law of the lid, guys. I want to know who are you listening to? Does the person that you're listening to have the results that you want? Have this from a financial standpoint? Okay, who do you listen to? Who do you not listen to? That's probably a bigger list. It was definitely a bigger list for me. Okay, now once you've got this, and now, by the way, I'm just touching these right now. Just touching them. Okay, we're going to be creating something very, very special soon. So keep an eye on what we've got going on. But like, this is me just touching this information. So the second basic, once you've got, okay, perfect. I found someone, they're making 10,000. Boom, amazing. The second one is the teachability index. And what I will say, guys, is this: don't for 1 second think that this is my information. This is not my information. I've stole this. Guys, in school, we're told off for copying the smart kids. In life, you paid for it. You see how smart that is? So this is not my information. I heard this on an audio. I'm like, makes sense. Let me apply it. Who's the guy speaking on the audio? Wow. Mad results. 10,000 an hour. Crazy. So let me listen. Let me submit. So these are the four steps that he applies. That is all his mentees apply, and he's created millions of millionaires. Perfect. Let me listen to this. Let me apply it. So base number one, who do you listen to? And base number two, how teachable and coachable are you going to be? See, this is basically your willingness to learn times your willingness to change. Okay, see, this is where we lose a lot of people. Okay, this is where we lose. This is crazy. This is when like people, they'll stop watching this video right now. They'll come up with a mad excuse. This is when you say, yeah, man, I'm perfect. I found someone, 10K a month. Amazing. Let's do it, man. What's my first step? Make a video on your phone. Heart drops. All of a sudden, their teachability index has gone from, I am so ready to get to give my wife this life. I am so ready to just quit my job and live this amazing life. Perfect. Write a list of prospects that we're going to contact. Perfect. Pick up the phone and call people and let them know about your opportunity. Let them know about your business. Let them know about your product or service. They want to learn. They're watching the videos. They're on the calls. They're jumping on. They're coming to the events. They're listening to the mentor. They're taking notes. The second they say, "Listen, let's take action." You see the word challenge. Ready for this? Challenge. First 3 letters. Last 3 letters. What? Change. Change is going to be a challenge, and you can't have a challenge without change. So, for things to change in your life, things have to change. For things to get better, you have to get better. Guys, most people, they love learning. They're not willing to change. I'm not going to go deeper on this. I'm going to break down why change is so uncomfortable in another video. But man, listen, if you're not willing to change, you may as well stop watching this video, put some like mad stuff on your TV, just go and waste your life, because nothing's changing unless you are. Nothing. Okay, the third basic, this is when things get really, really, really exciting for me anyway, because I'm a proper nerd on this information, by the way. This is the training balance scale. Okay, this means there's two sides to success. There's two sides to it. I'm not going to break it down on this video, but there's two sides to it. What you need to understand is that you've got mindset and you've got skill set. Okay, your attitude determines your altitude. So you're going to get the instructions, you're going to get the strategy, but the strategy is only 1 to 10% of success. 1 to 10%. The work, the how-tos, the physical doing is 1 to 10%. The being, the attitude, the energy beats the strategy. Energy is 90%, strategy is 10%. Mindset is 90%, skill set is 10%. Now, this doesn't mean that you shouldn't spend a lot of your time mastering the skill set. That never changes. But if you're out there calling prospects with a mindset of lack, with a mindset of this ain't gonna work out for me, with no vision, no goal. You see, people that don't have goals, they're basically out there trying to build and manifest something which doesn't exist. We've got like a table and chair set here, and it came with an instruction manual. Imagine just people just dumping this material at our house and be like, yo, there you go. Like, it could be anything, but there's no vision with it. Thank God it came with a vision, an instruction manual, a plan, a manifested end result. You don't want to go out there like a mad person just trying to build something which doesn't exist. Everything is created 3 times. First, in the mind. Second, on paper, the goal. Third, in reality. Everything. Your goal, your phone, your house, your car. It was thought of, it was wrote down, it was manifested. So don't for 1 second think you can get away with going and building, doing the work, the 1 to 10%, without the 90% in place. There's 2 sides of success, man. And listen, the fourth basic, right? This is more of a perspective thing. It's more. This is there's levels. There's levels to growth. Okay, you need to understand, if you are just starting something, you are going to be bad at that thing. You are going to suck. You're going to look silly. You're not going to be strong if you're just starting out in the gym. Your form's not going to be great. You're not going to, you're going to mess up on your food. If you get in business, your first content's going to be terrible. Your first YouTube video is going to be terrible. Like me even making these YouTube videos right now. I could, it's got to be perfect. No, it isn't. Why? Because I'm going to be here 5 years from now, 10 years from now, doing YouTube videos. Why? Because I know that as I move, me as a human being, the more you do something, the better you get at it. If you're intentional with it, if you're a growth-minded individual. That's why I say, patience. Yes, patience is great, but you also need to be like, you are the winner or you're learning. You know what I'm saying? So like, you need to take a look at how can you get better. But there's levels to growth. You've got unconscious, incompetent. Okay, this is you don't know what you don't know. By the way, if this information is new to you, and you leave this video and choose to stay the same, you're going to feel some pain. God doesn't mind if you don't know. But when you find out, the truth sets people free. But the truth can also hurt a lot of people because they hear it, they don't do it. That there is basically a form of self-hate. You are showing God now that you are disobedient. You're a complainer. Don't ever talk about wanting more. Why? Because you're not doing it. You know how. I just gave you the how. What's your goal? Who'd you listen to? Find someone, drop them a message. You understand that? Like for me, I'll be honest, I wouldn't come to me about anything to do with DIY, like, you know, electrics, plumbing, housework, car stuff. Like, don't come to me with anything like that. I'm not good at a lot of things. I'm pretty bad at most things, to be honest. But when it comes to playing FIFA, I'm joking. I'm not joking. I'm actually pretty good at that. But no, when it comes to mindset, when it comes to making money online, like, you know, because we're doing more than this, right? I can show people how to do that. You see, I'm not the best at it, but I'm getting better every day. There's certain results that I've achieved that I'm now qualified to show people. So you know what to do. You set the goal. Guys, this is so simple. Look, last year I was like, you know what? I want to put a bit of size on. I've been up and down like a yo-yo in the gym. I want to put a bit of size on. And guys, basically attracted this guy knocking on my door. Turns out to be he's the over 100 kg bodybuilding champion of the UK. He's my coach. He tells me what to eat, what to train. And guess what? I put like a good amount of size on last 12 months. Because guess what? I know what. Who do we listen to? Boom. He's got the results. Do this. That's uncomfortable. I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna smile. I've got a vision of where I'm going. I'm gonna be bad to start with. I'm gonna be weak, but I'm gonna grow. Now things are different, and things are starting to compound because I'm applying the basics. Same with business. Same with relationships. Me and my wife were mentored by, you know, highly successful couples that have been married for multiple decades, and we apply the information. We read the books they recommend. We go to the places they recommend. I want to know where they eat. I want to go there. I want to know what you do for her and what she does for him, and I want to learn, and we want to apply the basics. So I hope this video has helped, guys. What I want you to do is, I want you to actually go to the comments, the description of this video. We're going to be creating something very, very soon. I want you to imagine an ecosystem, a network, a community of like-minded people all in one place. Go in the same direction, like-minded, moving and grooving, crazy information in there, talking about relationships. You see, the most important choice a person can make is their choice of partner. In the book Think and Grow Rich, there's a chapter on sexual transmutation. It's the least talked about chapter on the internet. The most important decision is, the key to success and failure in most cases is your choice of partner. But guess what? You need to know how to become the right partner. And we're going to be talking about so many different things inside this community, which I'm really excited about. I want you to join the waiting list. Okay, if you like this information, I'll be breaking each of sections of these. I could talk about for hours. Okay, we're going to be breaking it down to the ridiculous, and it's going to be crazy stuff. So guys, listen, thank you for your time. Like, subscribe. I'll see you on the next video.